All right. What's going on, guys? Hey, how are you? Repeat back with you for another Saturday night showdown race tonight, live from the Knoxville Fairgrounds. We're gonna have about 70, between 15 and 20 trucks out here slinging some dirt. It's gonna be a phenomenal race. We got a good old fashioned dirt showdown for you. We'll say that it's going to be broken up into a couple of different heats. You're going to have the main heat, which is going to be 20 laps. Then you're going to have your last chance qualifier, which is going to be 30 laps, followed all up by 50 laps of hard-nosed dirt racing, again, right here from Knoxville. Definitely hope everybody's doing pretty well. We're going to try to catch up with some guys as soon as we see exactly what's going on. In fact, it looks like qualifying right now is underway. First one we're going to be able to catch up with is the 75 of the one and only James Kerr. Right now with a pole, or with a lap time, I should say, of a 23.1. While we're showing that, let's actually show you what some of these guys were running in practice, so you know what to expect possibly from the way things are going to turn out for them right now. So in practice, Joshua Gaiman was fastest, Dylan McDonald P2, Byron Jones P3, Seth Wansing P4, Ryan Pinnell. That's going to round out your top five. We'll get back to qualifying right now. Speaking of Ryan Pinnell, he's out there in his number 12 Monster Machine. Again, Ryan Pinnell celebrated, I should say, his 300th ARCS race last week. And here tonight, slinging some mud, going to try to get it done. And he actually just turned the fastest lap of the session so far with a 22.72. So we talked about James Kerr with a 23.6. 22.72, just about a full second faster. How about this 48 Ally machine for the one and only Tristan Catania? Excuse me. Terry Gabbard is also out there on track. So is Tommy Withers and Seth Wansing. So now is the 29 U.S. Air Force Patriot Esports Silverado for Byron Jones. He's going to come out and try to set a couple fast laps. He was P3 in practice. I'll see where he can or what he can do here in qualifying. Again, definitely hope everybody that's out there is doing pretty well on this Saturday night, riding hitting that wall with just a little bit. Didn't really slow up any kind of momentum, or so it seemed, as he comes across the line that time. Looks like might have been because he hit the wall. It didn't register, so he's gonna have to try to put down a burner here. Again, high, wide, and handsome, trying to use as much throttle as possible. There are three grooves here at Knoxville. You got one really, really low. You got one, the main racing groove right in the middle. And then up high, there's actually a berm before you get there that you got to try to avoid in order to carry a whole lot of speed. But Byron trying to get it done. And as he does, clocks in P number 9. Let's check in with Tristan Catania. Looks like he is just off track, and he is the only other truck out there in that Ally Silverado. So far, 10 people have taken time. So again, it's going to be a 20-lap heat, 30-lap last qualifier, and then 50 laps to go ahead and race it all the way to the checkers, and we're going to have it all for you right here. Usually the one and only KS Gaming 51 is with me, but unfortunately Swats so far hasn't been able to make it. We'll see if he pops in into the booth at some time throughout the race tonight. It would definitely be good to talk to him. He's not too bad on dirt, and man, the guy has definitely gotten further and further in his microphone career, doing a hell of a job with the HTL series and whatnot. 48 looks like he got a little tight, ended up hitting that berm and washed up track, so that lap is going to kind of go away. So now we'll move on over to the 61 of Joshua Gaiman. Guy was bad fast in practice. Let's see if he's going to be able to dispose of Ryan Pinnell in that number 12 Ford F-150. really hugging that bottom line. You'll watch him turn that wheel to the right as hard as it'll go down the backstretch, throwing it into 3 and 4, and he's absolutely got this thing sideways. This should be one hell of a lap for Joshua Gaiman for lap number 2, and absolutely new pole time, 22:08. So far, he'll have the Smeal Racing Design Pole Award with Ryan Pinnell P2 and Seth Wansing P number 3. Great run by the 61 of Joshua Gaiman. Absolutely. Alright, looks like Tristan Catania is still out there. I'm going to guess he wasn't able to turn all of his practice laps, so he's going to use qualifying to turn a few laps and get a better feel for this 48. Maybe figure out where he needs his wheel settings, his brake bias, and a couple other things that they are able to change here in these NASCAR trucks. You see him up there on that bottom berm rather. It's going to throw him off just a little bit. So far, 11 guys have taken time, including the 11th place driver, Daniel Maddox, waiting to see if either Dylan McDonald, Tommy Reynolds, Tommy Withers, or Jason Alexander decide to go on out and put down a time. Looks like, yeah, here comes that 38 of Dylan McDonald. Just got the notification that he's leaving the pits. So let's see what he's able to do here in this number 38 Chevy Silverado. Really looking at him working that wheel inside that truck. Let's actually jump on board with him and see exactly what he's got to do in order to keep this thing moving in the right direction. Looks like little loose, almost looped it around. Great catch by him. Gonna go ahead and throw it into turns 3 and 4. Really hard over on the wheel, giving it as much throttle as possible, and coming off of 4, going to the start stripe. Dylan McDonald's first lap is going to net him P number 8. Let's see if his second lap will be any better. Absolutely throwing these things around. Hear him on the throttle. He tried to burp it, tried to save it, no go. He kept it out of the wall, but this lap will definitely not be faster. So Dylan McDonald on his first lap took P number 8. Joshua Gaiman still leading, and Tristan Catania is still out there as well. Look how much this right rear really travels. How much it's spinning. Look at the rooster tails of dirt getting kicked out from these things. Meanwhile, front end digging. Looks like the splitter kind of moving some of the dirt out of the way, trying to hold on to it again. He's going to tag that outside wall. Yes. Smash with the right hand side. Tristan Catania, I think he's still out here in this Ally 48, trying to do what he can. Tommy Reynolds, Tommy Withers, and Jason Alexander yet to take a time. So it looks like we'll have 15 guys out here for the main. We'll see if any additional people join for the last chance qualifier, and then of course the 50 lap feature at the end of it. So again, a 20 lap shootout, 30 lap last qualifier, and then the 50 lap main to see who's going to be able to claim Knoxville Speedway to their own. This track, again, four very distinct turns, half mile in length, so the same distance as Bristol or Martinsville, just a whole lot flatter. So it looks a little bit bigger. In fact, I'll go ahead and pull up your track map for you right now. Show you just how flat this place is and how much bigger it looks. There you go. Place looks huge for a half mile track. We'll actually go ahead and clear all that and show you the information for tonight's race. There you go. So it's the ARCS Saturday Night Showdown Truck Series, again live from Knoxville Speedway. Again, usually KS Gaming 51 or SWATs is with me. Unfortunately, not going to be able to make it tonight, or just not yet. Not really sure. 73-degree air temperature, and it's a track temp of 74. So very close in temp between the two. But then again, with the watered down track, it's really going to be indicative of what kind of treatment it's had, and it just kind of absorbs the surrounding temperature. And a good dirt track is always going to be very close to actual air temp, because the water and the track just absorb it all. Let's go ahead and get rid of that one more time. Again, riding on board with Tristan Catania in his Ally 48, just turning laps. So far, Tommy Withers, Tommy Reynolds, and Jason Alexander are yet to take a time. I don't know if they will. Show you a couple of the other sites around Knoxville outside the track. Turns 3 and 4. It's very wide. See a bit of the stands there. Victory Lane. Welcome to Knoxville Raceway. Sprint car capital of the world. There you go. All right, so now we're just kind of waiting for things to line up. Let's go ahead and get back inside the track and pick up with our guys. No, I thought I heard somebody going around the track. I guess not. Still, Reynolds, Withers, and Alexander have decided not to go on out. So out there in chat, who do y'all have tonight? Is it going to be Joshua Gaiman, the guy that's fastest so far and set to win the Spiel Pole Award, or is it going to be Ryan Pinnell in that number 12? It's going to be Seth Wansing. Who do y'all have? All right, we're going to go ahead and get gridded up. Let's actually show you the qualifying results one more time. There you go. That's first through 11th, so it's going to be Joshua Gaiman, Ryan Pinnell, Seth Wansing. Then it's going to be James Kerr in his 75. Toby Estes with Tristan Catania, row 3. Row 4 is going to be Terry Gabbard with Dylan McDonald. Row 5, Jeremy Briault and Tom Sears. Byron Jones, P11. Daniel Maddox to round out row number 6. Tommy Reynolds, Tommy Withers, and Jason Alexander, they did not qualify, so they will start in the rear with the gear, as the saying goes. All right, so you see everybody on pit road behind that Silverado pace truck. Can't wait to get up and get going and get gone. I think we're in for one hell of a dirt race tonight. Let's actually go on and see if we can't catch up with a couple of these guys. Looking back from this number 12, Joshua Gaiman to his inside. Looking back to the rest of the field, 15 trucks again on track tonight. It's gonna be a hell of a ride, and I cannot wait to get this done. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Here they are coming off turn 4. Gonna go ahead and pass on by the flag stand, still under caution. Next time they come on by, they will be full throttle or working through the gears to get up to full speed and really try to keep this thing green. Again, 20 laps for heat number 1, 30 laps for the last chance qualifier, and then 50 laps to get it all said and done here from Knoxville. Definitely want to thank everybody that's coming out and hanging out, keeping me company, and I know y'all are ready for a great race. So am I. We're about to see that pace truck peel off. There he goes. 61's going to be hard on the throttle first. Let's go racing.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flags in the air.
Yellow flag.
Man, I apologize. My mic was muted that entire time. So how about that? Here we go. Let's find out what happened right now with Ryan Pinnell, and then we'll also find out what happened with Byron Jones and James Kerr. Here's Ryan Pinnell. So you see him. Whoop, hold on. There we go. Let's rewind that. My bad. All right, let's play from here. So you see the 12 up high, 78 looking low, 48 right behind him with the 74. 12 is up on that berm and just a little too slideways, collects the 78. There's the 48 of Tristan Catania in it. There's the 29 of Byron Jones trying to squeak by, but just not able to. So I was going to check up with all 3 of those drivers. We just found out what happened. We can go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so Joshua Gaiman was able to control that start. and he'll be able to control the restart also. Seth Wansing's going to line up P number 2. Jeremy Brialt is going to be P number 3. Toby Estes P4, and Dylan McDonald in P number 5. All right, pace truck's going to go ahead and pull off. 61's going to be the first on that loud pedal, getting ready to go. Here we go.
Green, green, green.
61.74 almost made a little bit of contact. That's going to allow the 9 of Seth Wansing to get on that low line, throw that machine into the turn. 74 is going to be up high. 38's going to throw it in there as well. Here comes the 78 that of Toby Estes. Looked like he was going to be in trouble there, but was able to get out of it and continue. Great job by him. There you also see, as I said, I mentioned the 74 of Jeremy Brialt right behind that 78. That's going to be a good battle side by side. Coming down the backstretch, throwing it into 3 and 4. 78 up high, 74 down low. 78 might have just a little bit more momentum. 74 is going to try to save it. There is the 6 of Tommy Withers, a beautiful Oreo machine. Definitely a nice little throwback to Dale Jr. You know, from his time in the Xfinity Series. James Kerr looked like he was pretty strong also, coming off of turns 1 and 2 in his RaceArcs.com Marvin the Martian machine, as always. Then how about this mellow yellow truck? Good old throwback to Kyle Petty and Byron Jones sitting back here. It looks like the 2 cars between him and Terry Gabbard are actually a lap down, including the 48 of Tristan Catania. Just kind of going to try to wheel and deal the rest of the way around. Next time at the stripe, it will be 11 to go. Let's check back in with our leader. Joshua Gaiman led all the laps so far. And if we look back off the back bumper of the 61, we'll see there's very, very little that anybody's got for him right now. Clear track ahead, no real challenge behind. Let's move back to Dylan McDonald. I think we'll find that it's going to be a different story. 1 guy behind, 2 guys behind Seth Wansing. That's where Toby Estes and Jeremy Brialt are. But Joshua Gaiman has this race very well in hand. All he's got to do is be consistent, manage his race, and he should be just fine. A lot of speed in this 61 truck. Might have an issue behind the leaders with Tommy Withers. Says that he crashed. We got a little bit of time, 8 laps to go. Let's find out. Let's see if we can find out what happened with Tommy Withers. Here is that 6. Looks like he was a little out of control coming off the corner. Threw that number 6 in. Got up on that inside berm and tried to save it. He didn't hit anything, so great control by him and was able to come on back out. Lost a couple spots, but no damage whatsoever. Great job. So go ahead and bring it back live and get it back with the 61. 7 laps remaining. Dylan McDonald behind him. No real issue. And then Seth Wansing here in his number 9. Toby Estes right behind in this number 78. Martin Truex Jr. throwback. Jeremy Brialt back here in his number 74. Guys and gals, I put the link to Midwest Barbecue out there in chat earlier. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there again for you right now. Make sure you go on over and look those guys up for all of your barbecue and smoking needs. Whether you need a pull behind for a truck or you just need something small for your house, go on over and check them out. I promise you will not be, you won't be let down. James Kerr back here battling with the number 12 of Ryan Pinnell. Pinnell is 1 lap down. He joins Maddox and Catania. The 6 of Tommy Withers is in pit. Reynolds and Alexander out of the race. 75 occur, throwing it under the 10. Still, he's got the 12 there, but that is not a battle for position. 3 laps to go here in the opening 20-lap heat. '61 looks like he was able to get on by. I believe that's going to be the. Nope. Yeah, it is the 14 truck. So that just put Tommy Sears a lap down as well. So from 1st through 8th, everybody 1st to 8th right now is on the lead lap. If he can catch the number 4 of Gabbard, that would actually be the next truck to go a lap down. But it doesn't look like Joshua Gaiman is going to be able to catch him in 2 laps. Go ahead and catch up with Gaiman. He's got the 48 of Tristan Catania right in his sights. Looking on board from him. Actually, let's take a look at the left front. Nothing there. Nobody inside. Let's take a look at the right front. Nothing there. Let's kind of had a little bit of an issue there. Tagged the wall. That just goes to show, even though he's got a big old lead, he is not checking up. And at 61, able to come across that start stripe and win the initial heat. So great job. So everybody else that was a lap down is going to be able to go on up and do what they got to do. We're going to go ahead and kick off the excuse me, the last chance qualifier. Joshua Gaiman, because he won heat number 1, he's going to be able to start heat number 2 from the same spot, this time around 30 laps, and we'll have to see if anybody's got anything for that Toyota TRD machine. Let's go ahead and pull up your track map and get ready to go one more time. Joshua Gaiman, driver this number 61 Toyota TRD truck. Bud, you were able to go ahead and knock out the initial heat of 20 laps. You got the 38 of Dylan McDonald to your outside. Seth Wansing behind you and Jeremy Brialt are going to be the first 2 rows. Can you hold these guys at bay for 30 more laps, buddy?
I very seriously doubt it. This track is definitely hard. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, with the track being hard, I'm sure. I mean, you had a little bit of an issue getting closer to the wall in the closing laps. It was just something that you found out about your truck in the long run, or were you just trying to get a little aggressive there on the last lap?
Just trying to get aggressive, really.
All right, buddy. Well, I see the lights on the pace truck are out. I'll get you back with everybody else. Good luck, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You got it. If I can find the ARCS Sports Bar, where'd it go? For some reason, I was able to pull you from that channel, but I can't put you back there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, I'll try to do this the old-fashioned way. Good luck, buddy.
Yes, sir.
The yellow flag
Holy
is out.
shit.
All right, so that is all taken care of. He is back where he needed to be. Looks like the first caution here in this 30 lapper is going to have something to do with the one and only Seth Wansing and Tommy Sears. Let's see if we can't find out what happened there and pick up with him right now. All right, so there you see him 3 wide, 75 in the middle. There's a 9 down low, 38 up high, and it just looks like the 75 and 9 made contact. 9 kept on going around, wasn't able to get that truck woed up, and collected a couple more people, including those two. But for the most part, not really a whole lot of damage. And again, being on dirt, you're definitely gonna have damage, and damage really isn't going to mean a whole lot. There's no aero issues or anything else like that here at Knoxville. These guys they got to throw these trucks into the corners, throw them sideways anyway. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. I'm glad that for the most part, everybody was able to keep it going. All right, so Joshua Game is going to go ahead and continue to lead. James Kerr right there went on out and ran his fastest lap to start off this second chance qualifier, consisting of 30 laps. Caution number 1 happened on lap number 3. Working lap number 4 right now. Still at 38 of Dylan McDonald's going to be to his outside. Byron Jones, he's going to be able to restart P3. Jeremy Briot, P4. Toby Estes is going to round out your top 5. Again, you got the track map there. You should be able to keep up with all your drivers. Numbers are a little small. I absolutely get it. But we're gonna fire them off right now. 61 hard on that loud pedal. Going off into turn 1 and 2. Saw the caution contact there. I believe it was between Jeremy Briot and Byron Jones. Byron Jones ended up getting forced into the inside wall. Very, very unfortunate for him. Let's see if we can't catch up with that issue and replay it for you right now. That is not Byron Jones. There's Byron Jones. All right, so you see the 38 to his outside. There's a 74 as well. I think the 74 is going to come on down. Yeah, just a little bit of a tail whip. Sent Byron Jones hard into the inside barrier. And I have a feeling he was stuck and was going to have to go ahead and tow it. Nothing he could do about it. A little bit of a glitch there with iRacing. Very, very unfortunate. But yeah, as you see, he towed it. He's back to the pits. And let's go ahead and get back out there on track. Byron Jones, it's repeat up in the booth, bud. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you, Pete.
I saw, man. You got a little bit of a tail whip, got sent to the inside guardrail. The water barrel ended up getting caught up inside your truck. Nothing you could really do. You had to tow. So I figure while you were waiting and getting that all completed, might be able to ask you about track conditions and what you were getting out of that number 29 Patriot Esports Silverado night.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm back on track now. But yeah, I mean it's been really slick than what I felt during practice. The truck is wanting to whip around a lot easier, but then at certain points when you find yourself up in that high cushion, the car gains so much grip that you can rip around there, which is why you see some guys up there. And that's sort of a huge factor right now in this track is that top lane. If you can run it right, you're going to be the one that's out in the lead for most of the race.
Well, buddy, since you said you're back out there on track, I'll go ahead and I'll get you back down with Patriot Esports. Go ahead and go get him, buddy.
Will do. Thank you.
You got it. All right, so we got Byron Jones back with his Patriot Esports team Big thank you. I see you out there, Moldy Ruskrat. Thank you very much for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up. We're doing all right, man. I honestly cannot complain. And I just saw Nitsa Trafo. Thank you very much for the follow and welcome aboard. But man, yeah, Muskrat doing pretty well. The first 20 lap heat went, there was a caution or two, no big issues. We've only had one caution so far in this 30 lapper, and just as I say that, of course, the yellow is going to go ahead and fly for the second time, and it looks like this is going to have something to do with quite a few guys a little bit further in the back, including Byron Jones that we were just talking to, Daniel Maddox, and Tommy Sears with Tommy Withers. Let's see if we can't find out what happened there and bring it back live. All right, so there's the 10 up top, the 12 underneath. Is the 10 just going to get up on that upper berm? No, he's actually really slow on the high side. A couple trucks came along and had no choice but to collect them. There's the 29 coming on by and nowhere to go, I'm sure. Let's actually rewind it from that 29 right now, because we saw him get by and then not so much. Let's go ahead and play it. Yeah, Byron tried to stop and not hit the 75. Instead, he ended up getting collected by the 48, the 14, and the 6 as well. So that is the reason for caution number 2. Quite a few guys involved in that. And also, as you can see, now that number 29 is smoking. So I'll have to come on down pit road. I'm sure he's probably already got the meatball flag displayed. Have to get that thing fixed up. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live again. All right, so Joshua Gaming continues to lead. Dylan McDonald, P2, Ryan Pinnell, Jeremy Briel, Toby Estes, going to be your top 5. To round out your top 10, Seth Wansing, James Kerr, Tristan Catania, Tom Sears, and Tommy Withers. Looks like right now, I would say up to about P9 is still on the lead lap. All right, you see the pace truck pulled off, going back green. You see Barney with the flag in his hand, going after it. Everybody getting on by the start stripe. You see 3 wide right behind the 61. That's going to be the 38, the 74, the 12 in company. 78 had to check up on the bottom side. He's all kinds of slideways, just about getting into the boot barn. Number 9, that's the 9 of Seth Wansing. See the 75 of James Kerr. Right behind last week's winner. Still great, bunch of great side-by-side racing all the way around. The 78 and I'm sorry, yes, 78, 38, and this 12, a little bit of contact there, but able to sort it out. 3 wide with 78 pushing the bottom line. Now 10 laps remaining. Still great battle side by side right there between the 74 and 38. These guys have not let up. Look at them absolutely slideways all the way through. Let's actually get on board with the left front. Let's scratch that. There's the left rear Midwest machine. Doing a hell of a job. Look at the travel in these cars and how much they've got to work that wheel in order to complete a lap. Amazing work. Here's from the cockpit. Not a whole lot of dirt on this machine. Doing everything that he possibly can to control his position. Looks like 38 is now working to his inside You see the 12 back there, the 78, 75, and the 9. But this battle right here for P number 2, absolutely phenomenal. I tell you what, I could not I could not do this. These guys battling side by side, no real issues. They made contact a couple times, as now you see the 12 Ryan Pinnell trying to work his way in. 6 laps to go. '78 down low. See the 75 a little slideways. It's going to be James Kerr. Going to have to check up just a little bit. 38 pushed the 74 up track. Now the 12 able to get on by. That's going to be Ryan Pinnell moving up a couple spots. Sorry about this coughing, guys. Got a little bit of a tickle in my throat all of a sudden. 2 laps remaining before we get to the 50-lap main feature. Let's go ahead and pick up with our leader, Joshua Gaiman. As you can see, all kinds of clear track came across the start stripe. Not only did he win the first 20-lap heat, he was able to win the 30-lap second chance qualifier as well. Congratulations to Joshua Gaiman, Dylan McDonald P2, Jeremy Brialt P3, Toby Estes P4, and Seth Wansing P number 5. All right, we got about a 5-minute warm-up. I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to take a quick second, and I will be right back. All right, guys and gals, let's try this one more time. They got about minute and 40 left on the warm-up clock. Apologize for the cough, and again, getting over COVID. It's been like a week and a half since that went away, and just got a nasty little tickle in my throat or something, and had a bit of a coughing attack. Yeah, I apologize. All right, in this warm-up, looks like Jeremy Brialt has gone to the top of the boards with a 22.74. Byron Jones, P number 2. Toby Estes, P3. Daniel Maddox and Dylan McDonald going to be P4 and 5. Joshua Gaiman, you see him here in this number 61. And you can bet when it's all said and done, if he's not held up by the 74 too much. Great, wow, great maneuvering to pull up on that inside berm and avoid getting wrecked. Lurker Tom says, just me being absolutely trash on dirt. Hey man, you're better than I am. All right, so you guys have seen the 20 lap heat, the 30 lap last chance qualifier, and now the 50 lap main. 61 has been the dominant truck all night long. Do you guys think he gets it done here, or do you think something happens and or somebody is able to come on up and show what they got to remove him from the throne? All right. Just waiting on these guys to go ahead and grid up in the pits, and we'll go ahead and pull them up. There we go. So we're going to be Gaiman, McDonald, Brialt, Kerr, Estes, Wansing, Catania, Pinnell, Withers, Sears, Gabbard, Maddox, Jones, Reynolds, and Alexander. Everybody again going to start from the pits. And come on out and get ready to sling some more mud for 50 more laps. Should be a good time. Definitely want to thank everybody that's come out, hung out. Moldy Muskrat and Lurker Tom for chatting it up, and of course, keeping me company. If you haven't already, make sure you go on up and smash that follow, just the same as Truffaut did just a little bit ago. Sticks14, thank you very much for the follow. Hexed Moon. Branscombe, thank you very much for the follow as well. It's this should be a mud fight, we'll just say, all the way to the end. Going down the front stretch one more time before they go ahead and kick those tires and light the fires. Get these things rolling again. Again, welcome everybody that just joined. This is the ARCS Saturday Night Showdown series, live from Knoxville Raceway. Half mile all dirt track, and I'll go ahead and pull up the track map as soon as I can. It's the same distance around as like a Martinsville or Bristol, but it looks the track map looks a whole lot bigger. All right, so everybody coming on down. Let's go ahead and get back over to the flag stand, see what Barney's gonna do.
Green.
Here we go. Green flag back in the air again. We got 13 trucks gonna be out here on track. Let's see if anybody can get up there and deal with this 61. Try to take this racer away from him. So far, he has been the man to beat for 50 laps. Let's see if he can hold on for 50 more laps. 75. It's going to send the 38 up close to the wall, I think. Got some fireworks going off for the fans.
Caution, yellow flag.
Caution number 1. And I have a feeling, you know, I thought it was going to have something to do. I'm not quite sure why the fireworks are going off, but that's all right. Looks like this is going to have something to do with Tristan Catania, Tom Sears, and Terry Gabbard. Let's go back and check in with the 48, find out what happened with Tristan. There is that 48 Ally machine. 38 to his outside. We just saw the 38 have a little bit of an issue. Oh, 75 got tagged, sent the 48 to the inside wall. And, all right, so we see what happened with the 48. There you see the 4 going backwards. Let's see if we can't find out what happened with Tom Sears now. There's the 14 on the outside, pulling to the outside of the 29 of Byron Jones. You see him up by the wall. Both of them going into the corner. 75 having to check up. Let's find out what happened with Terry Gabbard. There's the 4. Oh, 75 was checking up and just nowhere to go. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. So that's going to put Gabbard in the pits. Tommy Sears in that number 14 right now is sitting P12. Maddox P11 and Byron Jones in P number 10. Again, pace truck leading what's left of the field, I should say, all the way around. Going to be a couple trucks, I would imagine. There you see one trying to catch up to the back end of the field. Pace truck's going to go ahead and pull off. Let's get back to the flag stand and get ready to set them free. Never mind. 61's got the 74 of Jeremy Briol in hot pursuit. 78 right now, Toby Esty sitting P number 3. Dylan McDonald, P number 4. All these guys kind of just running that low line, really just trying to navigate their way around the track. Actually, the top 6 are all doing the same exact thing. No reason to challenge just yet. They're all doing their, doing what they got to do. Whole lot of single file, just kind of hanging in there. Let's actually check in with the 48 Tristan Catania. He's got the 6 to his outside. 29 of Byron Jones as the 48 gets 2 wheels up on that inside berm, trying to hold on to it. He's got to be able to throw that thing sideways in order to make the turn. 6 all the way outside. Byron Jones on that inside line. 48's going to tag that outside wall with the right rear. Byron Jones watching all this. So is the 6. So is the 14. They see the 48 all kinds out of control in certain parts. 48 still slideways coming off. Tristan Catania is absolutely throwing that Ally Lowe's machine everywhere he can. 29 of Byron Jones able to get on by and move up. It looks like a total now of 5 spots compared to where he started. Can he continue the march to the front? You'll have to see as time goes on. Terry Gabbard right in front of him in this mellow yellow machine. Seth Wansing up here dealing with the number 12 of Ryan Pinnell. Great little battle up here. This is going to be for P number 5. Toby Estes right in front of him. Kind of all by himself. He's got the 38 of Dylan McDonald right in his windshield, but still the top 2, still Jeremy Briol and Joshua Gaiman. I think Gaiman so far has led just about every single lap since the green flag initially flew on the 20-lap heat race. This race here is the final. 12 laps out of 50 are in the books. Had one caution, but after that, so far getting a little bit of a green flag feel. But how about Joshua Gaiman right now? Just ran his fastest lap of the race. Ran a 22:23. Closest competitors 22:58. And it looks like caution is going to be out. It's going to have something to do with Byron Jones and Terry Gabbard back there. Was right around P8 or so. Let's find out what happened with Byron Jones. You see him right behind the Ford truck, trying to get back in the throttle. At the same time, checking up. Oh, makes some contact. Gets into the side of the Ford. Both of them go into the inside wall. 48 able to scoot on by on the outside. Both of these trucks going to go ahead and try to get him righted. 10's going to come on by, slowing down for the pace truck. So that's going to be it's going to be this caution. Let's go ahead and bring it back live again. Second caution flies. 61 still leading Jeremy Briault. He's been about the only one so far that has had anything close to the 61, at least on the restarts. But the 61 has been able to absolutely gap the field as the race has gone on. Alright, so with all this going on, it looks like Maddox, Kerr, Reynolds, and Alexander out of the race, or at least a couple of laps down. That leaves Catania in the 48, sitting at P number 11 as the last car on the lead lap. Going to try to get up and get going again. Pace car continues, or pace truck continues to lead them. As you see, the lights on that machine are out. Coming through turns 3 and 4, truck's going to go ahead and pull up and off that berm. Here we go one more time. Green flag's out. Throttle hard down. Here we go. Good battle back here for P number 3, 74-78. Throwing it in together. Right behind him, you see the 9 and the 12. Leaders trying to kind of copy everything that's going on behind them. Good racing there, absolutely. I tell you what, it takes a lot of skill, a lot of patience, a lot of throttle control to be able to run side by side and not hit each other. I mean, I honestly could not do it. These guys a whole lot better on dirt than probably I ever will be, as 74 just about makes a little bit of contact with the left rear of the 78. 9 trying to watch everything that's going on. The 12, Ryan Pinnell, keeping all this in his windshield and watching every bit of it. That way, if something happens, he knows that he can duck, dive, and dodge his way through a wreck if there should happen to be a problem. Looks 78 got a little checked up, and that's going to allow the 12 and company to get on by him. There's the 9 getting underneath the 74. 12 trying to stay in the throttle as much as possible. There's the 78, and also there is that 14 of Tom Sears in this Race ARCS highlighter yellow machine. I love the way that this truck pops every time he runs this paint scheme. Beautiful looking truck. Terry Gabbard right behind this mellow yellow number 4. Terry Gabbard is actually still on the lead lap right now, sitting in P number 8, and is 3 spots better than where he qualified if you're a Terry Gabbard fan. check in with Tommy Withers right now, sitting in P number 6. I'm sorry, P number 10 in this 6. He's got the 48 of Tristan Catania right in front of him. I've actually got a die cast of this Oreo car that Dale Jr. drove years and years ago. It's a pretty good looking truck, I gotta say. It's a very, very nice rendition. Fits the truck nicely. And man, it's probably one of the most popular paint schemes that Dale Jr. ever drove. I mean, Dale Sr., if I'm not mistaken, he drove that as well. Looks pretty good on dirt. Absolutely pops under the lights. All right, Tom Sears in his number 14. He's P8, just ahead of Tristan Catania. We were talking about him just a little bit ago. Terry Gabbard in that number 4. We mentioned him as well. Toby Estes in this number 78. Denver Mattress Furniture Row. I believe this is going to be a Toyota TRD truck. I actually got to be in Homestead when Martin Truex Jr. drove this truck to his one and only NASCAR championship in the Cup Series. Anyway, he's got at least one Xfinity championship as well. And man, I was glad to be there. Let's keep on moving up, showing these guys just a little bit of love. Jeremy Brialt in this Midwest Barbecue number 74. Again, guys and gals, I put the link out there in chat earlier to Midwest Barbecue. I'm going to go ahead and do it again right now. Make sure you go on over, give them a look for all of your barbecue and smoking needs. Whether you just need something small for your home or you need something to pull behind a truck, go on over, look them up, send them a message, and I promise you, from everything I've seen online, their equipment looks top quality. Yellow flag's out on lap number 23. It looks like the 48 Tristan Catania that we passed just a moment ago. It's going to have something to do with him. Let's go back and see if we can't find out what happened with that Ally 48 machine. All right, so there you see him on the inside, almost to the back end of that 48. He's going to come around and just going to completely loop it. Byron Jones able to luckily get on by. There come a few others. Didn't really collect anybody else. Great job by the 48 to really control it. But yeah, caution's out for the third time, courtesy of this 48. Let's bring it back live. Because it's dirt, I don't imagine there will be any takers. So everybody should just be able to stay out, do what they got to do. We'll have to see if the track tightens up here now in the better than second half. 21 laps to go, and as you see, they're also on the scoring pylon, guys and gals, at ARCS_racing. If you guys want to follow these guys on Twitter, they post everything that they're doing 7 nights a week. Whether it's Cup, Xfinity, trucks, dirt, touring, whatever. Look them up. Always a whole lot of fun. Always a whole lot of action. Broadcast between me and Rick James, and I believe there might be 1 or 2 other guys. You don't want to miss it. You see the 12 Ryan Pinnell blinking out just a little bit, but Joshua Gaiman still continues to lead. 38 of Dylan McDonald to his outside. There you see the pace truck. Looks like the lights on the truck are off. Coming through the turns, and there you see going through turns 3 and 4. Truck's going to go ahead and pull off. These guys are going to go ahead and stomp on that loud pedal. I would imagine it's probably a second, maybe even a third gear restart so they don't spin the tires too bad here in the mud. Green flag's back out. Barney waving it. Let's go. .61, 38's going to try to work on that outside so far. Staying head-to-head with him. 61 throwing it down low. 38 trying to carry as much momentum off the high side as he can. But the 61 is going to have the advantage. Great job, though, by Dylan McDonald. to stay right there with him in his Silverado. Let's actually look ahead and see exactly what he's got going on, and jump on board with his roof cam.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag's out. Caution number 4 flies. Looks like this one might have something to do with Byron Jones and Jeremy Brial. Just a little bit further in the back. Leader will have to check up to allow the pace car to catch up to them and lead them around the way. So let's go on and catch up with Byron Jones, find out what happened between him and Jeremy Brial. Here we go. There's the roof cam from Byron Jones. Let's actually swing this out. And Byron Jones got up to the inside door, looped it around, tried to get back on the throttle, and it looks like that was just the contact between the two. So really no big foul. Byron Jones ended up with the most to lose right there. And let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, the lights atop the pace truck are out. 61's going to continue to lead, so he is the control truck. 38 to his outside. Those guys just had a great restart together. There you see in P number 3, up 5 spots, going to be Ryan Pinnell in this monster number 12. To his outside is going to be the 9 of Seth Wansing, up 2 spots. Toby Estes started 5th, continues to run 5th. Green flags out with just about under 20 laps to go, getting back to it right now. Yeah, 14 laps remaining here in the ARCS Saturday Night Showdown race. Whole lot of wheel and throttle control being exhibited right now. I mean, the 12 blinking out a little bit. It's got to kind of make the 9 of Seth Wansing just a little nervous. But still at 38, keeping up with the 61. I don't know if the 61's going to be able to get away like he did earlier. 38's really trying to stay with him, keeping it up on the high side, trying to put down as much throttle as he can. Got a little loose, had to correct it, ended up on the bottom line. That's going to allow the 12, the 9, and possibly the 78 to get on by, able to recover. And now Joshua Gaiman does have a pretty good, looks like 1.5 second gap back to Ryan Pinnell in P number 2. That's not what I wanted. There we go.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow's out. Caution number 5 on the night for at least the main. And we were just talking about Ryan Pinnell and blinking a little bit. It looks like he is part of the caution. Let's find out what happened with that 12 right now. Looks like Ryan Pinnell may be back in the pits already. Let's see. All right, let's try from Trista Catania. All right, so whatever happened with Ryan Pinnell, unfortunately, I'm unable to go back. Let's try this one more time. There's Ryan. All right, so let's go ahead and back this up. I'm going to guess because he was blinking, it wasn't allowing me to see everything that happened. There we go. Let's go ahead and play it from right there. Looks like he's a little sideways. 38's down there as well. And right when he blinked out, might have been a little bit of contact. Yeah, unfortunately, because he's blinking so much, we couldn't see it. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so 8 laps remaining. We're in the single digits, ladies and gents. About ready to wrap this thing up. Not quite sure what more than a dominant performance the 61 is going to have to say about his race tonight if he's able to lock it down. Coming off the corner. Here we go.
Green flag.
61's able to jump up to the lead. 38 still sitting P2. Ryan Pinnell back there in P3. Behind them, a whole gaggle of cars. I would be surprised if we don't see another caution here so far. Yep, there it is. This one's going to be it's going to have something to do with Toby Estes. And let's go back with him and find out what happened. There you see that 78, 74, 78 all over the back end of the 12. Maybe a little bit of contact with the 9. Checking up for the 12 and just gets completely hooked and sent into the outside retaining wall. Up and over. Pirouettes a couple times, comes on back down. But he came on back down on his tires and able to continue. But as you can see, the smoke billowing from the rear end of that furniture row Denver mattress number 78. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so Joshua Gaiman, Dylan McDonald, Ryan Pinnell, Seth Wansing, and Byron Jones going to make up your top 5. Joshua Gaiman, this has been his night. Every now and then I talk about car or truck drivers that just seem to have a natural knack for certain tracks, whether it's asphalt, concrete, dirt, whichever. And it definitely looks like Joshua Gaiman is a pretty damn good dirt racer. Excuse me. He's absolutely put on a clinic here tonight. See the pace truck bringing them on by the start stripe. They are back up 2 by 2. Truck's going to bring them around one more time. This will be green on 3. It'll be 3, 2, 1, and go. You see the pace truck pulling off. Let's get back to the flag stand right now. 61 hard on the throttle. 38, 12, 9, and 78. I'm sorry, 74 rather. Let's go ahead and bring it back. No, that's the 29. No, I'm not quite sure what I was thinking there. Tell you what, this 38, he has got to have a one hell of a view. Yellow flag's out. This is going to bring us to a green-white checker. You know that 61 was hoping he was going to be able to get to that start stripe before the yellow flew, but not so much. So it will be a green-white checker restart. And, of course, anytime we get to these, the aggression levels go through the roof, and they just got to try to hold on. Looks like Toby Estes had something to do with this. Let's go back and find out what happened. There you see the 78 on the bottom. 6-2 is outside. And it looks like he's going to get a little squirrely, try to hold on to it, gets a little loose, throws it in, almost collects the 48 of Tristan Catania, loops it around. No other trucks were collected, but still the yellow flies, and 78's going to be able to push on for one more shot. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. I would try to get a word in with one of these drivers, but the pace laps here at Knoxville are very, very short. So by the time I pull them into the booth, get a quick sentence out, they're getting ready to, go back green again. So we'll save it for the end. A 61, unless something happens here on this restart, he will no doubtedly be inside the top 3. Very, very possible the winner. 38, though, of Dylan McDonald. He's going to go ahead and try to make sure that doesn't happen. Ryan Pinnell, P3, Seth Wansing, Byron Jones, still your top 5. Sears, Brialt, Gabbard, and Estes, with Withers going to be your top 10. Tristan Catania right now sitting P11, the last truck on the lead lap. See the pace car, you see Barney with the flag, he's ready to wave that thing. Truck's gonna go ahead and pull up, set these guys green one more time. Green, white, checker finish. Here we go.
Green.
You see the 12, you see the 38, they're gonna be side by side. 61, he's gotta love what he's seeing, because that means he could just try to just scoot away. 38's not going to let him. You see him there. He's trying to close on in and really see what he can do about this lead. White flag is out. Let's get up to the 61 and look back from him. See exactly what he's got to deal with. Checkered flag is in the air. It's going to be all but 61 of Joshua Gaiman here at Knoxville. Congratulations. Leads from green flag to checkered flag and everywhere in between the heats. Big congratulations to Joshua Gaiman. Dylan McDonald tried to give it all he had to try to get on up there. And of course, Ryan Pinnell, I stopped in his channel earlier and wished him luck. Great job on his P3. Seth Wansing, Jeremy Brialt, Estes, Sears, Withers, Gabbard, Catania, Jones. That's gonna be your top 11. Kerr is gonna be P number 12. A bunch of laps down. Maddox, Alexander, and Reynolds gonna be your only trucks completely out. '61 driving on by, getting a look at the fireworks. Knoxville Raceway did not disappoint. Again, a good 20-lap heat, 30-lap last chance qualifier, and now a 50-lap main at the 61 has just been able to dominate. All right, 61, give us a show. What do you got for us? All right, looks like he's actually going to go ahead and just leave it there. Park next to Dylan McDonald, and we're going to go ahead and get ready to bring our top 3 up to the booth. We will be right back. All right, guys and gals, we are back with our top three. We're going to start off with driver number 12 in that monster machine, Ryan Pennell. You definitely had that Ford F-150 out there on track. Made quite a few spots up to work your way into the top three, up 5 spots from where you originally qualified. So you made your way through the first heat, 20 laps, then that 30 lap last ditch qualifying effort, and then 50 laps for the main. Total of 100 laps for that monster machine tonight. Walk us through your race, and what does this top three mean to you?
Yeah, it's super important. I won this race last year. It was a kind of a fuel strategy last year, so glad we didn't have to worry about that this year. But yeah, I qualified second. Unfortunately, in the heat, kind of messed myself up there at the start and wrecked and had to go to the back, and then ended up working my way back up to third. And then my internet has been giving me issues lately. I actually lagged out for a lap and finished 8th in that first heat, so had to kind of start in the back for the first 30 laps, but was able to work my way back up, and had a decent finish in that first 30 laps. But I knew that we had a fast truck, so just kind of focused on the 50 lap main, and I knew Josh was going to be tough to beat. He's just he was super fast, and then me and Dylan were really close on lap times, and we had some really good racing. But he just, I was more or less just trying to make sure I got it to the end without spinning out. But yeah, man, I'll take a top 3 all day long. Love dirt and love these trucks. So to put both of them together, it's what makes for one hell of a night.
All right, so a lot of people know about Eldora, and a lot of people know that Bristol has recently put dirt down. This place is bigger than Eldora, but the same track distance as Bristol. Between those 3 tracks, which ones are your favorite, or how would you put them in order of least to worst favorite?
Eldora is my favorite, hands down. It's just so much speed, and it's just a great track. Knoxville's probably a close second, and Bristol Dirt's probably third. It's growing on me a little bit, but since it's new, it's it takes a different skill to race Bristol Dirt, just because of the high banking. So Eldora definitely my favorite, but I love Knoxville more in the sprint cars. I love this track and the 410 sprints, but these trucks put on a pretty good show too.
Not kidding. All right, so we're going to be going from Knoxville Speedway to Sonoma next week, where if you get off track and you're in the dirt, you got a problem. So looking forward to Sonoma. I know it's not a very popular track as much as what we used to see it, back in console days. You looking forward to Sonoma in these trucks, or do you think it's going to require a little extra attention this week to try to get some practice laps in?
Yeah, absolutely not. I'm not looking forward to it at all. Anybody that knows me knows that I love dirt. I'm pretty good at dirt, but I am no good at road courses. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have to run a few extra practice laps this week in the number 12 Ford F-150 to try and be competitive next week.
All right, buddy. Again, big congratulations on your top 3. You got CA Pennell 28 out there saying top 3 for that old Pennell boy, and Lurkin Tom saying, look at Knoxville native Ryan Pennell go beat his own internet tonight. So you were faster than your internet can carry you. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, man.
You got it. All right, let's go ahead and bring in the one and only Dylan McDonald up here. I tell you what, this 38 Chevy Silverado was absolutely trying to put on one hell of a show to keep up with that 61 and see if we might have a little bit of a scuffle there at the end. Man, Dylan, what more did you need, or where was Joshua Gaiman able to get into and off of the corner? And did you think you had a shot at him with that green-white checker to finish up the race?
Honestly, Pete, I don't think I had anything for Josh. The dude just wickedly fast, and this was the actual one race that I was looking forward to this year. Last year I ran it. Actually ran out of fuel with like 2 laps to go. So Knoxville in the truck race is actually kind of my strong suit here. But Josh was just on a whole nother level. I asked him for a little bit of advice. He gave it. I tried it, and I could keep up with him. But that last restart, I thought I had something on the outside for him, but the inside was the way to go, and luckily I was able to get back right behind him and just follow him to the end.
Well, it kind of goes back to the old teacher-student thing. I've taught you everything you know, but I haven't taught you everything that I know. So yeah, could be a lesson. But man, you definitely really poured it on at the end. You were up there. You had a great side-by-side battle before that second to last caution came out. Looks like you just got a great restart, able to keep them honest for a little bit. Even tried a crossover a couple of times. But man, that Silverado was bad fast. You started P2 in this 50 lap dash, finishing P2. Like I just asked Ryan a moment ago, going from the dirt to a very, very long road course out in Sonoma, California. Looking forward to it, or is it going to be a little bit of a little bit of curiosity as to how well that truck's going to handle when we get there next week?
I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. I've actually taken a bit of a liking to road courses. It's all just going to be about patience, especially at Sonoma, and not going off track and just saving your tires for whenever you really need them.
Well, man, I definitely tonight's race is gonna be great for you in the points. I definitely wish you a whole lot of luck. Looking forward to seeing what you can do if Sonoma is a track that's somewhat in your wheelhouse. Congratulations. Any quick shout outs for you, sir?
Yeah, I'll give you a shout out for broadcasting week in and week out. Give a shout out to Wes Fuller for the awesome paint jobs that he does and puts on these trucks. My uncle's shop here in Fort Wayne, Travis Auto Services, Upstate Body Shop and Towing in South Gaffney, Raise Energy, as I'm sipping on one right now, and let's go with TJR and Titletown Racing.
I'm sipping on a white peach myself right now. There you go. All right. Ryan Pennell, I know you're still here. I didn't ask you, buddy, I apologize. Any shout outs for you before you hang up the helmet tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Always got to give a shout out to my friends and teammates at Team Sideswipe, and everybody that helps me week in and week out. And thank you to yourself for calling the races, and thanks to everybody at ARCS. It's a great community. We really enjoy racing, and it's just great to be a part of it.
There you go. All right, we are going to go ahead and bring in, usually when Rick James pulls somebody into the booth during a race, he tells you to go ahead and make sure you keep the shiny side up. Well, around this track for 100 laps tonight, I very, very doubt anybody's got much of a shiny side. But, Dale Earnhardt always said he knew where his father ran the night before, depending on how much dirt was on the front of his car. I doubt there's going to be very much at all on the front of the 61 Toyota TRD machine for Joshua Gaiman. Joshua, you led just about, if not every single lap all night long. And man, it just really didn't seem as though even if anybody was able to work their way through traffic to get up to you, that they'd have something for you. You were just clearly the class of the field. What is it about this track that just suits your style? Is it just, do you have the niche for the track, or is this just is it just completely in your comfort zone?
I mean, it's definitely in my comfort zone. It's surely not my favorite dirt track by a long shot. But it was really just it was a pretty lockdown track. So I just had to keep it smooth and not really overdrive the entries too much, otherwise it just screws you for the whole lap.
Well, man, you took the Smeal Racing Designs pole award. Here you are sitting P number 1. Phenomenal race. I mean, if you go back and you rewatch this race, we're looking at that 61 up front all night long. At times up to 2 to 3 seconds back to second or third, depending on who was behind you and how well they were able to handle the dirt here. I asked Ryan a little bit ago. Eldora, Knoxville, Bristol Dirt. Your worst to first.
Worst to first, I'd say Knox is the worst, Bristol second, Eldora's first, easy.
Ooh, all right. So kind of definitely difference there. And I was also mentioning to them a moment ago, after tonight's win, going on completely different mindset next week as we go to Sonoma. Going to go visit old, wine country. Are going from the dirt to the road course, where a whole lot of up and downhill, a lot of elevation changes there. Are you a road course racer as well, or is kind of the short track dirt oval, mile and a half, or is that more your style?
I definitely like the trucks on road courses. I got a win at Coda, so hopefully I can carry that into Sonoma, because I definitely really like that track. It's a lot of fun. Just have to wait and see, really.
Well, man, big congratulations on getting the W tonight. It's a whole lot of fun to really sit here and race. Had a little bit of an issue mid race, caught a tickle in my throat, couldn't stop coughing. Had to take. I'm glad we had that 5-minute warm up session. Was able to go downstairs, grab a drink right quick, come on back up, and watch you pick up right where you left off. And that is absolutely putting on a clinic in tonight's race. Congratulations one more time, sir.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, guys, I put the link to Midwest Barbecue out there in chat earlier. I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time. Again, MidwestBBQEquip.com. Go on over, look them up for everything that you need for barbecue and smoking, whatever it is that you want to do. From tow behinds to just stuff for your home, look them up. Also, of course, Chicks and Honey over on Instagram. I talk about them quite a bit as well, usually towards the ends of the race. Again, it's on Instagram. Chicks is CHIX, the and sign, and then of course Honey. That's an Instagram page all about teaching people how to create a self-sufficient homestead. And I tell you what, with the price of everything, this Instagram page may come in more use than ever before. They're teaching others how to turn raw land into self-sufficient property. Everything from solar, self-building your house, creating a garden, and raising your own animals to provide meat, dairy, and goods for your family. With the price of inflation, prices of gas, everybody wants to save, the biggest dime they can, everywhere they can. Go on over on Instagram, Chicks and Honey. Look them up, give them a follow, tell them Repeat sent you, and they definitely appreciate it, and so do I. We'll see you next Saturday night from Sonoma Raceway. Again, right around 10:15 p.m. Eastern. Glad to everybody that came out, hung out, chatted up, kept me company. Y'all have a good night. Take it easy.